Alright, hey kids, Wolf Timber is back. And last episode, we were shooting a box of pennies. Well, we blew the box of pennies apart, so now we are shooting a coffee cup full of pennies. Now, except for the pennies laying on the ground, this sucker's full. This is at least 20 bucks worth of pennies, I'm going to say. It's full to the top. We're going to hit this with an AP round, the same 30-06, hopefully right here in this dent, and we're going to see what happens. Alright. Alright, Don's going to put an orange sticker on so he knows where to shoot.
How old is this tape?
Not that old. Why is this fucker not?
Tell me when. Go ahead.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Hit it?
he hit it.
But
Went straight fucking through.
straight through.
Straight through. We have a clean hole through.
Well, I guess armor piercing will not be stopped by pennies.
Okay, kids, so a coffee cup full of pennies will definitely not stop an AP round. Clean through that sucker. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it drilled.
Entry hole.
Entry hole, exit hole. No questions.
All right, well, now we know. Now the question is, can a regular round go through?
We got one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might as well, because that was a pretty clean,
Yeah.
like, pennies didn't go everywhere this time.
Well, I can shoot about the same place.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't gonna hurt.
It's all moved around, so it's probably going to be about the same as it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, this is still recording?
Yep, it is. All right, so just
Okay, well, apparently we're going to try a non-AP round because this is busting urban legends.
Find ammo.
Okay, Don has to go find ammo, so I'm going to tell a joke in the meantime. Okay, so this waiter, he's at a restaurant, right? And he's walking around and, dude walks up and he's like, one of the customers, he's like, hey waiter, I noticed you got a spoon in your pocket. And all the other waiters have spoons in their pockets. All the waiters have spoons in their pockets. The waiter's like, well, our company did this horribly expensive study that said that customers drop spoons the most. And how much time do we waste running and grabbing spoons? So management said, hey, just put a spoon in your shirt pocket. Customer drops a spoon, boom, I got a spoon right there. And, everything's good.
Some white behind that target because that black makes the sight go away.
Okay.
You're shooting the bottom edge of that orange, so put the bottom edge where you want me to hit.
All right. Oh, well, okay. Don's about ready to fire. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Hold on.
Tell me when. Ready?
All right.
what, bunny hop?
Okay, well, that made a bunny hop.
Did it go through?
No, we have... So that stopped.
Where's the entry hole?
Entry hole's right here. right above the other one, only one exit hole.
Huh.
So that's your lesson today, boys and girls. If you're being shot at with armor-piercing ammo, you're screwed if you hide behind a thing of pennies. It's going to go right through. But if it's not armor-piercing ammo, yeah, hide behind a coffee cup full of pennies. That stopped it. Somewhere there's a busted up bullet. And that's today's legend. Armor-piercing rounds pierce pennies. Thank you. Okay, so I guess I should finish the joke while we're going through the pennies. So, you know, the customer's talking to the waiter. There's a bullet. That must have been one we picked up because that's not 30-06. Yeah, here's
Put a bullet in there.
shreds.
Dirt.
We found a shred.
Oh no, I think that's lead. That's from an old bullet, I guess.
That's an old bullet.
Who put bullets in there?
Ah, they put, oh,
That's old. That's obviously old.
yeah, that's very old.
Wait.
Ah! Here we got some tore up stuff.
Here's a jacket.
Is that a jacket or is that a penny?
Jacket.
That's a penny, dude.
Oh, is it? Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, it is a penny. I see writing on it. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
yeah.
Now that one's devastated.
Oh, here's,
Okay, here's part of the jacket.
that could be jacket. Here's
Nice jacket, some more,
here's
more.
penny with lead. Another tore up one. He's pretty tore up. Okay, yeah, so anyways, as the story goes, the waiter's talking to the customer, and the customer's like, well, I also noticed all the men have these strings, hanging out of their zippers.
Jacket.
And the waiter's like, well, yeah, again, the company did this outrageously expensive study about, men have to run to the restrooms and it takes so many minutes to do your duty and then 1 minute to wash your hands because you figure a couple seconds let the water run, you scrub your hands for a minimum 20 seconds. By the time you dry your hands, that's a full minute wasted. And out of these minutes all add up over the course of days and years, over the course of number of staff. So they had all the men just tie the piece of string around their, their man thing, right? And that way when a man has to use the restroom, he could just unzip, pull the string, and, he doesn't have to spend all this time now washing his hands. That's a rather brilliant strategy. And, the guy explains this to the customer. Ooh, we got a 1952 pennies, pretty tore up. But the 48 survived. And, the waiter's explaining this to the customer, and the customer's like, that's fascinating and all, but, how do you, put things back in? The string, I can understand. You pull, it comes out. And, the waiter's like, well, I don't know about the other guys, but personally, I use the spoon. So that's your joke for the day. And now we got a bunch of idiots sitting there sort through 56 penny.
Amazing how many of these are like destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's the edges of them, it messed up quite a few of them. And just bent some others.
Yeah, that's all just sprayed with lead like it's been melted almost.
Let's just get the edge of it.
All right, well, I guess we could probably stop recording unless you want to watch a bunch of idiots sitting there looking at pennies.
Yep.
Well, I figured you could edit.
Yeah, or I can edit, or I can just leave it on there.
Edit?
And,
What's that? What's edit?
Edit.
What the fuck is that? That's smaller in diameter. What the hell? Something don't look right there.
It's just a split, I'm guessing.
Well, no, look how small it
97.
is.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the same diameter.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Just looks weird.
Let's take it next to a new one. Well, maybe it is. It just doesn't look right.
Some of these have honey mustard on them.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
I'm kind of shocked how many of these are damaged.
Yeah, here's our dime.
It's just a little bit. You got bent up a little?
Yep.
That thing is just smashed. It's squished.
I think that's all the damaged ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them. There's a bunch of them just on the edge.
So,
There we go.